Hi guys, welcome to Ref Sports and the Manolo era all set to begin. Just 30 minutes to go for the first match under the tutelage of Manolo Marquez, the new head coach who has replaced the Igor Stimac, the former coach of Indian football team. And Indian football team has got only two sessions, for their preparation for this game against Mauritius. The first game of the Hero Intercontinental, not Hero, Hero was the previous sponsor. This time it's only Intercontinental Cup, and they will play only two games. The first one against Mauritius, and the second one they will play against Syria, against whom their hopes of qualifying into the later stages of the AFC Asian Cup, ended at Doha. First, we will come to Devashik. Devashik, the Manolo era, the first game under Manolo era, and the coach has got only 2 days, to oversee, to look after his players. What do you think? What are your expectation from the first game with just 2 days of preparation? That's also only one day they have got full-fledged training session. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. Big occasion for Manolo Marquez. But then we have already got a lineup of first lineup. Means obviously he has preferred to go in with Jai Gupta on the left hand side and Ashish Rai on the right back position. He has not got in for Anwar Ali. So Anwar Ali misses out in the
That's the
first
big surprise.
playing 11. So Chinglisana as well as Rahul Veke will start, and then the three halves, Anirudh Thapa, Apuya, and Dixon Singh, followed by the two wingers in Liston Colasso and Chamte, and the one striker in Manvir. So clearly, so he has not experimented a lot. Means obviously he's going in for players who have been playing in recent times. So that's a good thing. Means so. It will be interesting. Obviously, he does have that firepower in the reserve bench, the likes of Sal Abdul Samad, Naurem Mahesh Singh, and Anwar Ali. So plenty of options. But then, and talking about Mauritius as an opponent, means India should fancy their chances. But then they have quite a few players who have the experience of playing foreign leagues. Means obviously their captain, their goalkeeper, John Lewis. He is the most experienced player. Adil Lang is another player who has had the experience. He's a midfielder. He's a midfielder. So he has also has an. There's a defender who is 6 feet 7 inches. I was going through that some statistics. They have a defender who is almost 6 feet 7 inches. But then obviously they have not done well. Means coming back, then coming into this Intercontinental Cup, Mauritius hasn't done well. They lost both their matches to Shad in the African Cup qualifications as well. They lost to Laos as well in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. So they will have a tough task if you ask me, Rahul.
Absolutely, Mama has already Devashita has already given a brief of the lineup of both the teams. And coming to Snehashish, the under Igor's team match, our team has failed to qualify into the later stages of the World Cup qualifier, and now a new era begins under Manolo Marquez, and of course start with the games in Hero Intercontinental Cup. And before this, Manolo Marquez doesn't have experience to coach an international side, so his first assignment for an international side. What do you think? You have seen Manolo Marquez coaching FC Goa in the ISL tournament, then also for Hyderabad FC as well. We have all know his game style. What's your expectation? What Steven hasn't done. Do you think Manolo Marquez could do this time?
See, club and international is a complete different thing. If you consider the club record, this is fantastic for Manolo Marquez so far in India. As you mentioned that for Hyderabad FC, he came and he helped them to win the ISL. And then for FC Goa also, FC Goa didn't win the ISL, but they qualified for the playoffs and they played a top quality football for over the last 2 3 years. And that is and he's one of the main reasons. So I think when it comes to club football, he has proved himself as a very good coach. But as you said, that he has nothing, he has no experience of managing an international side. So it's a complete a new thing for him, and it will be very interesting to see how he starts from today. If you ask me the initial thoughts, the playing 11 is a completely surprise, especially not to see Anwar Ali
Lot
as
of
a backline.
experience.
Yeah, it's very surprising to see Anwali not in the back line. And another surprising, but personally, I am very happy to see Manvir Singh as a number nine. I would like to see to him as a
Come to that,
number
we'll have
nine.
a separate discussion on that because after a long time we are seeing Manvir in that position.
Exactly, exactly. So overall, interesting lineup. Changte as a new skipper, a new start from him also because now he has a added responsibility, not as only player now as a leader also he has to prove. So overall, a new start. We have to against Mauritius. We fancy that India might win, but new setup, new tactics. I think initial stages we might see some struggles, but overall, I think at the end of the 90 minutes, India should win.
Devajit, the match will take place at GMC Balayogi Stadium in Hyderabad, and we are all aware about the legacy of Hyderabad football. In the past, we guys have read about Saeed Abdul Rahim, then Sabir Ali, but I think Devajit have witnessed in his own eyes about the legacy of Hyderabad football. And then after that, if you see, it has been totally the graph has been lowered, and then again the Indian football, the AIFF is trying to reignite the passion of the football in the state, and that's why they're organizing these Indian football team matches here. Uh, Indian football team will play the first match, after 16 years. What's your thoughts, Devashija? Do you think that these kind of matches can reignite their passion in the state? And what's your expectation? Because during the Hyderabad FC football matches, I haven't seen that much crowd in the stand. Do you think these Indian football team matches will reignite their passion?
If you ask me, Rahul, means obviously, yes, you are absolutely you are spot on by saying that Hyderabad had a rich heritage and tradition as far as football heritage is concerned. Obviously, they have produced so many international stars over the years. Means Mohammad Habib, Sabir Ali, and to name some of the stalwarts. But then I think if you just ask about the mere passion, means for India to play their international fixtures, I see means places like Calcutta, Kerala, Goa. These are the three places
Mm.
that should have given that got the preference. Just the mere passion and the mere support that the Indian football team would have got means obviously I don't know means I haven't seen the live action whether the stadium is actually full or not. But then obviously, if
Mm.
you talk about mere crowd support, even the Kantirava Stadium in Bengaluru or in Kerala,
Mm.
and these are the two
Crowd
venues
was
which has
huge.
which but then see, and that is where we need to grow that interest means when it comes to Indian football means, and that will only come when we start winning matches means means obviously, and that is what Manolo has a real tough challenge in his hand. His primary objective will be to do well in AFC Asian Cup next year. Mm, So this is some kind of a preparation tournament, preparation matches, I would say. So hopefully the top opponent will be Syria in this in out of these three teams.
Obviously, if India can produce great result in this game, maybe in the next game against formidable opponent Syria, we can expect larger crowd. And obviously, we all know what Hyderabad FC, the ISL club, has undergone in the last 1 year. But they have now have joined hands with a wealthy investor, so that augurs well for the Hyderabad football. And now we'll be hoping that these kind of matches hopefully will reignite the passion and will bring back Hyderabad in the Indian map, in the Indian football map. Coming to Snehashi, I will display the playing 11 of both the team. Snehashi, what's your first thoughts? A lot of experiment, or Coach Manolo would like to stick with this lineup in the next game as well, or do you think that he has been just experimenting? Because no Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, we are all expecting that he will be wearing the captain armband, but not. It's Amrinder Singh.
Yes, absolutely. It's a very much shocking to see that Gurpreet Singh Sandhu is not in the playing 11 because after the last match of Sunil Chetri, we played one match again, and in that match Gurpreet Singh Sandhu was the captain, and Igor Stimac clearly said that he is your next captain. But a new era starts from today, and you see a different captain, and he is not even in the playing 11. So that's a surprise. That is surprising to see, but maybe we'll see many changes in the next matches when you face a formidable side like Syria. Maybe this is against, with all respect to Mauritius. Maybe this is again Mauritius, Manalo trying to see his bench strength, to see his options that can, going forward he can use in defined matches. So I think that may be a reason, that will confirm by the next match when we'll see the next match playing 11. But right now it's very surprising, especially to see Amrinder in the lineup. I think Jay Gupta, he played well under Igostri match, 2 3 matches whatever he played, and Manolo knew him. Manolo knew him because under him he performed in FC Goa also. So I think overall Jay Gupta's case is understandable. Manvir, as I said, that Manvir is a very good pick as a number 9, and then Chingal Sana. That is also interesting to see Chingal Sana in the back line. So well, interesting lineup. Hopefully India will do well, but let's see how they start the game. That is important.
Absolutely. Coming to the lineup, the biggest surprise, as Devashita has mentioned, that no Anwar Ali, and instead of Anwar Ali, we are seeing that Chingal Sana Singh, one of the brightest debuter we can say in Indian football, have been playing in Indian football since long time. Uh, has progressed from Shillong Lajong and also has played under Manolo Marquez tutelage in Hyderabad FC as well. So we can see, the old connection. And also there is Ashish Rai, the Mohun Bagan side back. He is also back. No Nikhil Pujari. That also interesting because both Nikhil Pujari and Ashish Rai has played under Manolo Marquez. But the biggest talking point here is Manvir Singh playing as the number 9. I will come to Devashita because he has covered a lot of Mohun Bagan training and games. Manvir Singh, I haven't seen him playing as a striker in the last 2 years. Maybe against Kuwait, I think that in that game as well he was playing as a winger and has scored that goal. What do you think, Devashita? Can he fill in the shoes of Sunil?
And obviously, if it does well, means that will open up plenty of options as far as Indian football is concerned. Because now is the time when you have to think about getting a player who can replace Sunil Chetri. Remember, this is the first match after Sunil Chetri era. Means obviously after Sunil Chetri's retirement, this will be the first time that we get to see that a new player, means whether Manvir can fill in those shoes. It will be a big shoe to fill. Let us be honest, because the stature of Sunil Chetri, whoever comes in, will have that big challenge, huge shoes to fill. But Manvir, as you rightly said, we have hardly seen him playing in as number 9 in club football as well. So herein lies the biggest challenge. But then maybe Manolo is thinking about his height, because we have seen, means obviously, what he can bring into the table is that his height. He can maybe those crosses from both Liston and Shankte may feed him with the high balls. And but then the problem today is that the defense in Mauritius side, they too also have tall defenders. So it will be interesting how he copes up. So that will be an interesting battle and to see. But then talking about Amrinder, because someone did ask me whether it was the right move. I would say yes, because Gurpreet Singh, we all know some of the howlers in recent matches. We also saw in that Durand Cup match against Mohun Bagan. He almost, means after
Yeah,
immediately
actually,
after
he
that
almost
howler,
contributed a goal.
Mohun Bagan almost gave in a goal. So maybe Manolo has watched him, watched Gurpreet Singh. Which obviously he has watched him play in the ISL. But then I think it's a good move to be giving in an opportunity to Amrinder.
Absolutely. Orgo Shah is asking Rahul, don't you think in midfield having Apuya and Jixon is too defensive against a low ranked team? No, it doesn't seem so because Apuya, I don't think he will be playing as a defensive midfielder. I think Jixon will be playing as a CDM, and both Apuya and Anirudh Thapa will be playing as a central midfielder. And we have never seen Manolo playing defensive football. Every time his boys play football, they play aggressive attacking football. Because even today also a game was going on between FC Goa and the Argentinian side in the Bardot Trophy. And even there also, in absence of Manolo in the dugout, they have been playing, positional attacking based football. So today also, I don't doubt the Indian team will play, there's Manolo brand of football. I am very sure about it. Coming to Snehashish against Mauritius, India have played only once in 2017 and they have won that game. I'm forgetting the name of the tournament. I think Tri Nation, if I am not wrong. Do you think they can? Mauritius will be a surprise package in tonight's game because I don't even know whether Manolo has got some videos or not about that team, whether they have done full research or not, for whether they have got videos for the research or not. going to be a surprise for Manolo?
See, the information is very limited, that for sure, because we have tried to get as much as possible, but we have failed. Very limited information we got. But overall, if you see the players and if you see the rankings, it will be very tough for Mauritius to be any surprise for India. Yeah, for
Hmm.
15-20 minutes, you might see that Mauritius giving some tough time, or India might struggle, to get them into the rhythm. But I think once they will get into that rhythm, I think India should win this game easily. I am not saying that they should win 4-0 or 5-0. 1-0, 2-0, that is a easy win also for India. But because you have to think that this is also a new start for Team India. All these players are playing for the first time under a new coach, and the coach has no prior or no past experience of managing an international team. So this is a complete new setup for everyone, for the coach, for the coaching setup, others coaching setup, and for the players also. So you have to. So if India manage to win like 1-0 or 2-0, doesn't mean that they have played bad. Don't need to criticize them. This is a first match, but I think India should win. If India draw, or if India somehow manage to lose it, then that will be a very much surprise, shocking for everyone. But I don't see the shock tonight. Against Syria, it will be very tough, I think, with this new setup. But in this match, India should win easily.
Absolutely. Orgo Shah is also saying that I am eager to see Kiyan Nassiri in national color. For me, it was the biggest surprise when he was named in the national team probable, because uh, he hardly got games for Mohun Bagan to prove himself. To be honest, only brightest spot in his career was that hat trick in the Kolkata derby that was played in Fatorda Stadium in Goa. Apart from that, I have never seen. But maybe Manolo has seen some quality in this guy. That's why he has named him. Um, Devashish, I don't think so. Most probably, he can make a debut in the second half if possible. Because I am asking Devashita, because he has met Kian's dad lot of times in Kolkata Maidan. He has a regular faces. How big moment will be this for Kiyan Nassiri if he makes a debut in the national color?
Huge moment, huge moment. Just means obviously it will be a huge moment if it does make it to the national team. Obviously in the playing 11. So obviously if we can feature in that playing 11, and perhaps maybe today's match is the best opportunity for him, because Syria, we all know that Manolo would not have preferred to go in for experimentation, but this for me would be the perfect opportunity, because we all know that Brandon Fernandez is not there. So as well, Vikram Pratap Singh, who is also injured. The Rahim Ali, obviously, he did not have a great season last season.
Mm.
So maybe this is why Manolo has experimented with Manvir, because the main forwards, they are not in this side. So maybe an opportunity for Kiyan Nassiri. Who knows? If India does not score in early, maybe then he might try and Kiyan as well, and that will be a great opportunity. Just think of his dad. Means obviously he has Jamshid Nasiri, who has played so many years and for all the three giants. So that will be great to see Kian playing and doing his father proud.
Absolutely. A lot of people were saying that once Manolo take charge of the national team, again he will bring players, under Hyderabad and FC Goa's quota. But I can see only four players, who have played previously under Manolo Marquez. Ashish Rai is there, Chingal Sana is there, Joy Gupta is there, and also Liston Colosso, because Liston Colosso has played in Hyderabad, Hyderabad FC when Manolo Marquez was their coach. So I don't see such anything. I think it's a fair call by Manolo Marquez. I don't see any kind of nepotism or whatever you say in this team. I think it's a fair playing 11. He has given opportunity to everyone, and also I think in the first game he is doing experiments. So I don't see any such kind of thing. Coming to Snehashi, a very interesting point, that is, if you see, there are I think 3 to 4 players. Apuya is there, Thapa, Liston, Manvir from Mohun Bagan, who have played the grueling Duran Cup final on Sunday only, and just after 2 days they will have to play another game. What do you think? It's a moment to give credit to this player, because within 2 days they are playing two, you know, grueling game. What's your thoughts on this?
See, the way the FIFA transfer window comes every time. If you take Mohun Bagan players into consideration, this will happen every time, if you ask me, because Mohun Bagan in this season, Mohun Bagan have to play in every competition, right? And the team Mohun Bagan have, it will be shocking to see them at least not playing semi-final of every tournament. I am not talking about the AFC. Apart from the AFC, in other tournaments, you expect that Mohun Bagan at least will play in the semi-final. So then all these players will have to manage themselves very carefully, because whenever the next FIFA window comes, then again when India will play, we will we will discuss the same thing. There's again some Mohun Bagan, 2 3 Mohun Bagan players have only 2 or 3 days, and then again playing for national team after playing for the club. So I think overall this is the thing that the players already knew, and I think they have the capability to manage themselves. But the good thing is that so many Mohun Bagan players are doing so well, and they are in the national team. Because if you see in the last year also there were 7 players, and now also I think 6 or 7 players are there also. So it's a good sign for Mohun Bagan also that they are managing. They are having so much quality players in the club also, and they are representing the country at that highest level. But overall, I think these players are very good, and they can play well tonight also.
Absolutely, in my opinion, I would say have to give credit to these players because hopefully they will get an off for a day or two tomorrow before the Syria game because that's on 9th, and again they will be back to play the ISL game on 13th. So obviously there is one thing called recovery. Of course, these kind of things have huge impact on the player, and these are the things that forced injuries and a lot of things. So obviously that's a great thing that the way these players have been managing their workload. Coming to Devashilda, of course, I will end with prediction. But before that, Tanmay Shah is saying a lot of people are also asking that where they can stream the game. They can watch it on Geo Cinema, and I think in TV they can watch it on Sports 18. Why Shahal is not playing 11? He played 45 minutes. Last match he will be more fresh than Liston Manvir Thapa Apuya. Devashilda in the last game Sahal was, absolutely brilliant, in the first half, but
Yeah,
unfortunately,
absolutely. That is what I was just
the
about to
coach
say. Means
replaced him
obviously,
in the half time.
yeah, he played a part in that first goal. It was because of him. Mohan got a penalty, and then that strike where Mohan took the lead. So I think it's a bit surprising. Means going by the form of the player in recent matches, I think Sal would have been easily picked ahead of maybe a Manvir as well. Means obviously, and we know Mo Sal does play the number 9 role as well. But then and talking about that, taking a cue from Snehashish, it will be very, very interesting. Obviously, Molina will be having a close, keen watch as to the last thing he would have hoped is to see none of the 7 players get an injury because Mohun
Mm,
Bagan's the biggest challenge is not only the ISL but also the ACL Champions League. So means he does not want
obvious.
any injury for any of his 7 players who have been picked in the national team. Means that we already know that Alberto Rodriguez is injured. Jamie McLaren
Yeah.
has still not recovered. We don't know when he will recover. Obviously, we are expecting him to get fit before that first match against Mumbai City FC. But then, yes, it will be very interesting how this. You have rightly said how these players manage their workload will be very, very crucial. Means playing back-to-back matches means after this match they have a few days gap. They play the next match against Syria on the 9th. They come 3 days and then they play the first match against Mumbai City FC, the ISL match. So this will be a very, very crucial phase. This 7 to 10 days. It's very, very important.
This has been a very long story. Ashik Kurni and Sahal, every time they have joined the national team camp before in the past, they have got injured and Mohun Bagan, and they had to miss, the action for Mohun Bagan team. So we are almost in the business end, and we'll end with, some quick prediction from our panelist. First, Neshish, what's your prediction? I know it's very tough. We are not well aware about the opponent, but still, what do you think? Because they are 179th ranked, and India is 124th. They are superior in the ranking.
Yes, my prediction is 2-0 for India. 2-0 for India.
Devas is the
I will say 3-0 for India. What about
Actually,
you?
I am involved in one group. There are people who are predicting, and they are really unhappy with the playing 11, and they are saying that it will be 0-3 in favor of Mauritius. Because there are some of East Bengal fans who are, to be honest, they are really unhappy because neither Anwar Ali nor Nandakumar Shekhar nor Mohesh Naure is in the starting 11, and that's why they are very upset with Manolo Marquez. But I can assure you that it's just an experiment in the first game, and obviously in the second half we can see a lot of changes, and Naurem or Anwar Ali can be part of those changes. So that's it for now. Again, we will come back after the match for the post match show, and we'll do a post mortem of the whole game, how Manolo's boys has fared in the first game under his tutelage. So that's it for now. See you guys in the post match show.